Welcome, everyone here in the congregant gathering, AKA Sanctuary, and social media. We're glad that you're joining us too. Welcome to Unity, where we have a positive path for spiritual living. And welcome for Palm Sunday. Special. Well, speaking of Easter, next week, the 31st, we are having a cake auction. It will not be upstairs. Some of our media says it's upstairs. It will be in the red chair room, AKA gathering space, AKA the former library. Now, Veronica suggested that we have a contest, what we should name that room. So I think we should too. So anyway, we will be gathering in the gathering space immediately after. I would come early because it's a silent auction. I always get here early. And then about 15 minutes later or so, I'll go in and see if anybody's bid on my cake. Notice say, my cake. And also you can bring a pie if you want. LD, what are you laughing at? Okay. Any questions on that? We're moving right along. Sunday potluck, which is today. We have a treat for you. We have potluck today, and there's going to be lots and lots of food. Now, if you didn't bring something, don't worry about it, because there's going to be plenty of food and plenty of company and talking and catching up on with one another. So please attend right after church. Go on up. It is upstairs. Our upcoming speakers, as you see, we are having Reverend Barbara White and Reverend Veronica, Roger Kennedy. We've got lots of LD Carter. You let him speak? Wow. I always look forward to LD's talks. I don't know what it's about, and he's a surpriser. So please join us. We are a tithing church, which means we tithe a certain amount to 3 entities. We tithe to Daily Word. We tithe to the Stew Pot and to Unity Worldwide. And in turn, in order to tithe to those, we encourage, if you can, by service or monetary, whatever works for you, in order for us to keep going and keep the door open. There are 4 different ways. You can text it, you can Zelle it, you can mail it, and you can website it. Whatever is best for you. And we thank you. And along the same lines, if you'll join me in the offering blessing. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. With gratitude, we commit to using our gifts for good. Thank you. And the daily word for today is, no surprise, Palm Sunday. And the affirmation is, the Christ within protects and clears my way. As I enter Holy Week, I reflect on Jesus' triumphant entry into Jerusalem and how the multitudes greeted him, shouting, Hosanna, blessed is the one who comes in the name of the Lord. Like so many, I have used the sacred time of Lent to cleanse my soul of beliefs and habits that no longer serve me. I have felt blessed as I have opened my heart to the healing, cleansing, and waters of spirit. Now I feel ready to welcome a greater awareness of the Christ within me. Every part of me quivers with eager anticipation. The world seems to be fresh, and I feel newly alive. I behold the Christ in me and in all others. With joy, I celebrate. With gratitude, I humbly bless the Christ in me and in everyone. Blessed is the one who comes in the name of the Lord. Matthew 21:9. So if you will please join me in saying the affirmation. The Christ within protects and clears my way. Thank you. As we prepare for prayer and meditation, we will join in a song. And immediately after the song, our prayer chaplain, Bristol Hart, will come up and lead us in prayer. She will be in the back. If you have any prayer requests, she'd be glad to meet with you. And also we have Judy Flemister as the keeper of the flames, who is holding sacred space for everyone. We're so blessed to have both of them here today. So please join me in singing and leading into prayer time.
Okay, let's take a deep breath. Begin to settle into the energy of prayer. Take a couple of deep breaths. Let your feet rest on the floor. With every breath, our heart opens. With every breath, we send out love to the entire world. We let compassion be the rule of the day. We send love and protection to the people in Russia who've had experienced this horrible terror that just happened to them. We know that God's love and energy is there, comforting those who have lost loved ones. Our prayers are also with them, with the people in Gaza, Ukraine, any place in the world where people are suffering, whether they're man-made problems or natural disasters. We hold the light within ourselves and we see the light in others, and so it is.
Deep breath. And this beautiful consciousness established. The awareness of the oneness that is God. And let us breathe in love. And as you exhale, breathing out peace. And with every breath, allow yourself to go deeper and deeper into this truth of the oneness that is God, of the love that is the source of all of life, of peace that is possible. Breathing in and breathing out. And just noticing your own thoughts, your own body, any feelings that are present. Bring that love and peace of God into those spaces, allowing that harmonizing principle to settle into the awareness of the presence. And as we continue to breathe into this love and peace, let our mantra be peace, be still. Peace, be still. And as you repeat this, allow yourself just to settle deeper and deeper into the truth of love and peace. Peace, be still. Peace, be still. And just continue either repeating the mantra or feeling the mantra, but allowing love and peace to still the mind, harmonize the body, and open to this possibility of peace here now. Peace, be still. Allowing every breath to experience that peace of the divine as love and peace washes over you. Peace, be still. And with deep gratitude of this awareness, of the presence as love and peace, of the possibility in every moment to turn within to the truth. Just allow your heart, your mind, and your soul to be aligned in this peace. And that the stillness is just the allowing of that love to be poured forth. One more deep breath together as we breathe in love. We breathe out peace. And as we gently open our eyes, we're just open to receive all the good that is here now. So it is. Every day is a holy day. Every week is a holy week, but this does symbolize the journey. Imagining Jesus entering, riding the donkey, humility, the praise, the palms. I always remember that as a kid, growing up, going to Catholic church. And my mother would always take the palms, and when they dried, she'd turn them into a cross. And whenever there is like a storm, she'd burn it for our safety. And so we still have them, and she'll burn them. She'll put the date and she'll burn them. And so the Prince of Peace entering Jerusalem, the city of peace. As I walked with the talk, I'm like, Spirit, what continues to need to be shared? And I just kept hearing, stand on higher ground, stand on higher ground. And then I turned to my email, and one of my ministerial colleagues sent an email, and it was like, how do we stand on higher ground? How do we stand on higher ground? So I knew it was an alignment because there's so much going on in the world. So as we are entering into the celebration and this Holy Week, we know what's going to, unfold. The light then moves into the darkness, that moves into the light. And so the question I kept asking myself is like, how do we utilize our spiritual principles at a time that seems to be increasing chaos, yet there's also this expansion of love? We live in a time that we are so globally connected that we can either mass destroy each other or mass love and awaken together. And that's really where we're at. And so when I drive to school, I listen to NPR. And I make sure I don't turn it off when the news is very challenging, when I feel really uncomfortable hearing about the suffering, when I hear about, what happened in Israel on October 7th, when I hear about what's happening in Gaza, when I hear about what's happening in Ukraine and Russia, when I hear about what's happening in my own neighborhood, I'm like, how do I stand on holy ground while suffering is happening? And how do I take the joy that I'm experiencing in the moment and create a space that all beings can experience this joy and love? And all I kept hearing was that exact word, love. We need more love. It's got to be love. Love is the highest ground. Love is the source of all of life. And so I want to read the love of the 12 powers of unity, where it says, love is that attracting, harmonizing, unifying faculty of mind. It is a constructive building force of spirit. It is our power to comprehend oneness. Spiritual love is the total unconditional acceptance of everyone and everything. Sounds easy, right? Not so much. Because when you walk with something, Spirit calls different situations into your life just to have you reflect upon it. So I'm at, Sam's, and I'm getting gas, and I'm hearing this guy screaming at this other man. And he's screaming like a lot of political stuff. How are you going to vote for that person? Gas is this high. You need to change your vote. And I turned and I looked, and the guy that was getting yelled at was Hispanic, and he just, all of a sudden, I could feel his body do this. And first of all, your brain's going to react. The amygdala, that part of our brain's going to react. It's going to either be fight, flight, or fright, frozen. And so I'm watching this energy stirring in me. I'm looking at this guy, and I'm having judgment getting ready to fly. I'm looking at the other guy, and I'm having compassion. And then I'm taken back to a couple of years ago when I was at the lake. And it was a similar situation. Similar people, similar conversation. And I actually stepped in. And when I stepped in, the guy started attacking me. Came from? Well, I was born in Fort Hood, Texas. My dad was in the Army, and then I realized you just need to back it up, So when you fast forward, I'm at Sam's, and I noticed that I don't step in. I sit in my car, and I'm feeling annoyed, and I'm feeling angry. I'm like, I just want to get gas. Can we not have the space just to get gas? And I'm like, what is going on? I don't feel safe. What is going on? What if I have to intervene, And so I'm watching this whole thing playing out, and with stand on higher ground over here, right? And so it calmed down. I calmed down, and I didn't get as heightened as it seems, like with the first guy who told me to go where I came from. But I was driving. I'm like, why, God? Why is that necessary? Like, what is it that I need to know from this? And I am not exaggerating. I'm in my car. I'm at the light. It's like a van in front of me, and it says, one human family. I'm like, I know, but that's not easy sometimes. And so I had to forgive myself for allowing, it to get heightened judgment. And then, like I said, it dissipated faster than my 20-year-old self would have. But I kept asking myself, how do I stand on higher ground? How can I be the peace that knows no human understanding? How can I offer more love into this world? And it's that continued conversation that those who cause suffering are suffering. And how do I have compassion for those who cause suffering and those suffering? And it begins with me. It begins with my mind, my heart, my life, and then how I can take action to support other beings. So the very first thing is that we have to actually speak into the room what we're feeling. We actually have to acknowledge that. We turn to that knowingness of what they call, the law of consciousness. Because our mind is our world, it says. As we think, so it is so. And the tools of our mind are the tools that we create in this world. And so we utilize the law of consciousness of the possibility. Because if I say peace is never possible, then I have a poverty consciousness. I have a limited consciousness. Because a lot of times people are like, oh, Veronica, you're too woo-woo. It's never going to happen in this lifetime. I go, but I've got to believe it's possible. I've got to know that Jesus called himself the Prince of Peace, right? And so if he's calling himself the Prince of Peace and he's saying, blessed are the peacemakers, then why can't I stand in that possibility? And that's not naive. I'm not turning away from suffering. I'm actually supporting a world that works for everyone. I'm actually holding in consciousness that all discord is dissipated, and I have to believe it is possible, and I have to see with eyes that see. I see the suffering that is present, but I also see the potentiality. I must stand in the possibility. I must stand on the higher ground of yes. I must meet in the moment with love. And then sometimes, I've said this a million times, sometimes it has to be a little bit of boundaries, but that's okay. I can still see the possibility. Because if I'm like, it's always been that way, it's never going to heal, people aren't going to do this, like unhealed people hurt people. I've been unhealed and I probably hurt people with my words. And now I'm, moving towards a place of more conscious awareness, then I get to mirror to people that the path is possible, right? So when we stand on higher ground, it's not about being perfect. It's about being present. It's about listening. It's about attuning. It's about knowing that I'm supported by spirit, that love is that attracting, harmonizing, unifying faculty of mind. Love, the source of all life. Love that we call God. Amma, who's considered a living embodiment of the divine, says of Divine Mother, the world should know that a life inspired by love and service to humanity is possible. The key word is possible. So when I stand on higher ground, in this moment, it is possible. When I tune within through my spiritual practice, that peace is possible. I allow it. Be still. And be still doesn't mean stop. It means settle. 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 So I can hear. So I can literally hear spirit. What would you have me do right now? What is being called forth in this moment? And so I use my spiritual practices and I use these spiritual principles consciously. And we begin within and then the microcosm, and then we slowly take it out into the world. And so it becomes that practice of attuning to that which is greater in every moment. So we recognize what's going on. We allow our feelings to be there. We investigate it, and then we actually move forward with love and kindness, which is why our mantra today is going to be from Reverend Doug. Because the beautiful book that I received, thank you so much, opens up with affirmations that are the essence of this talk. So repeat after me. I commit to love. I spread kindness. I co-create a healthier world. And we're going to do this several times, so close your eyes and go within. I commit to love. I spread kindness. I co-create a healthier world. Take a breath. Again, I commit to love. I spread kindness. I co-create a healthier world. Breathe in. And now as we say it this time, imagine that this energy is going out into Dallas first. So I commit to love. I spread kindness. I co-create a healthier world. Now see the light of these words, these mantras, these affirmations now going out to our country, to our state and our country. Say, I commit to love. I spread kindness. I co-create a healthier world. Now, one more time, the entire world, send it to places that there's chaos, that we're just calling for peace, to places that are just let's saturate them in love. Say, I commit to love. I spread kindness. I co-create a healthier world. And take a breath and just allow that to be in your heart right now. The commitment to love, the commitment to spread kindness, the commitment to create a healthier world. This is how we stand on higher ground. Take a breath. Open your eyes. So the mantra is like a purifying force. It clears our mind, it clears our heart, it clears our souls. We walk with it, we ground in our spiritual principles so that when we have encounters, we at least don't join in on chaos. We take time to bring that peace. And then, like I do with my nieces and nephews, and I did with my great niece, I would whisper in their ear, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. And I'd go to the other ear, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. And I'd go back and forth. And that when we go out in the world, even when you look at someone, just with your eyes say, I love you. With your eyes, I love you. Now, Rochi Joan Halifax of the Upaya Zen Center was having this workshop, and this guy's like, look, I can't right now have compassion. He named a dictator. She goes, I have a hard time too. Just drop into your heart, see what you're feeling, and make that commitment to peace. To see with eyes that see that we are not separate. That we are not separate. That we are not alone, that we're here together. So I'm going to have you stand up before we wrap it up. Stand up, and I'm going to invite you just to walk to each other and just say, I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. All right? Connect with someone. I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Good to see you. I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Awesome. Make sure you give Rachel some love. She's over there. Give Rachel a little love. I love you. I love you. I love you. I think I love you too. Share that love. Feel that peace. This is how we stand on higher ground. We are committed to this love and committed to this peace. Turn to social media. I love you. I love you. I love you. Come on back. Let's pray it up. Feel the love. Now imagine where this is how we walked in the world. I love you. I love you. I love you. The Prince of Peace entire message was love. It is not always easy, but do the best that you can. And let us stand on higher ground together in the law of consciousness, the law of love, the law of life. Let us hold the possibility. And when we see the suffering, let us bear witness to it. Don't turn off NPR. Don't turn off the news. Don't get caught up in it, for secondary trauma, but bear witness. And then we call forth love. We call forth peace. We call forth wholeness. We call forth the truth of God. Let us be that light in the world as we have been guided by the great master teacher. And no, his life did not end easily. But look at the resurrection that happens next Sunday, that in every moment and in every breath, we rise up to that love. I invite you to go within. I love you. I love you. I love you. This is the word of God. As we breathe into this moment and to that awareness of the presence of love, that there's one power, one presence, one light, one love, and each one of us, every single person, everything on this planet is an outpicturing expression of that love that is God. Breathe it in. I love you. I love you. I love you. The mantra of our life, the peace be still, that I know that the presence of God that lives and moves and has its being as each one of us here, as anyone who listens to this, as anyone who feels this, feels that safety, that security of knowing that we belong to each other. So I breathe into this moment in great gratitude for one, the great master teacher, the Prince of Peace, the Prince of Love, for all that we embody and experience because of this absolute amazing light. And that I, in every way, every day, do my best to commit to love, to spread kindness, to create a healthier world, to know that each person here within them, the indwelling presence, the power of God within them, rises up to that occasion of love in the most difficult of challenges. Bodhisattvas never go where it's easy. They always go where they are needed. And I know that each person here, as an expression of God, is needed in this world, and that the love that is seeking to reveal itself reveals with ease, grace, joy, even in the most difficult of times. So let us breathe into this love, knowing that it is our life. And let's radiate this love into the world. Let us stand on higher ground. Let us call forth the peace. Let us call forth the love. Let us call forth the prosperity for all. And knowing that it is so, because all things are possible in God. Let us one more time whisper to ourselves, I love you. I love you. I love you. And so it is.
Like Reverend Veronica, divine timing. And look who we have, though, we have so many wonderful speakers. So anyway, we have a wonderful affirmation that was created by the spiritual care team. If you'll repeat it with me, please. We embrace with love, joy, and harmony a creative and dedicated spiritual leader who will bring positivity and connection with our community at Greenville. Yeah, wow. We have a mission statement, just like any other church or corporation. What is our mission? And so would you please repeat the mission with me? With divine love as our foundation, we live unity spiritual principles. We awaken to truth. We affirm the innate goodness of all and our oneness with creation. And I want you to think about each one of those lines and how powerful they are just by themselves. And that's what a mission statement needs to be. If you want to connect with us, go to our website where it says connect, and you can request a prayer. You can request someone to call you, one of our prayer chaplains, and pray with you, or you can come down and pray and receive the weekly e-news. Does anyone not receive the e-news? Note, no hand went up. I'm really pleased about that. Yay. It's incredible to all the information you get. So please be able to do that. Now, my favorite time is if you would please stand and sing with me, Let There Be Peace on Earth. Yes, is peace on earth. I know it is in me. Yes, there is peace on earth. Peace that was meant to be. And I now we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, there is peace on earth for the things don't come and now. Every step I take, this one joy. I take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. There is peace on earth, and I know it begins in me. And now the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Amen. Thank you for being here. Let's go get the food.